Webinar. Freaky. The webinar is now live on Facebook.
Live. It's Friday in Helsinki, Madrid, California. Helsinki, right?
Share on a page. Helsinki, yes. Klaukala, if you want to be specific. I was going to wear a sign. I was going to make a sign that said, "It's not a tambourine."
Yeah.
But I didn't want to confuse people any more than they're already going to be. Actually,
they've got so much on their plates, you guys. We got to give it to them slowly, you know?
What's the most upsetting part of 2020? Learning it's not a tambourine.
Yeah, I mean,
like, are you kidding me?
Believe that?
Hi, Jackie. This is fun.
Oh my goodness, they can see us.
I know.
Who let them in? All right.
Where are you, Margit?
I'm in Madrid. I'm in my living room, cool. But I'm in Madrid. This is the studio part of my living room. Yeah, I met Amelia a long time ago. Well, you'll hear about that when I talk about myself.
All right, here we go. Oh, I can reach more people by adding a title. Look at this.
Great.
It was supposed to be.
You're at home, Jake?
Yep.
That is quite a home studio.
It's just a keyboard.
That's a lot of stuff going on back there too, no?
Yeah, there's some books and there's a bass guitar.
Cool.
But I am always surrounded by instruments, so I roll.
Setting up your webinar for Facebook Live.
Yeah, so Peggy, I'm in Madrid. I met Amelia. I'll just tell you. I'll just advance my story. I met Amelia when she lived here, and so that was really fun. And then she broke my heart and left Spain.
Oh my! I did. All right, it's good.
She does that.
She does, right?
Yeah.
All right. Catch a break. We haven't even.
Going in the direction we all want it to go.
Is anybody here? Jackie
here.
said, right? Jackie, hey, Jackie. All right. And people can get in, right? I guess so, if Jackie got in. Okay, we're doing it. I'm going to play the video. Then we got to act serious.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
This red shirt don't eat dirt, do good work by law. This here gun hunt blue gum, coon get some by law. Up jump the jigaboo, dancing round, singing, I'm gonna lay my burden down. Powder burn, this cake soon will blow, and they'll all find justice in the down below. The good book says we are the chosen race. If it weren't so, we wouldn't have his face. Some Spade and Sumner didn't know his place. To protect what's ours, put the boys on the case. This red shirt don't eat dirt, do good work by law. Ain't no spook I see ever gonna be clever. Not now, not tomorrow, not forever. From this moment on, gonna do all I can. No tyrant's heel will fit the neck of this man. Motor City Madness, hot summer night. Best keep your pickaninny's head far out of sight.
Uh-oh. Where were we?
Ever gonna be clever. Not now, not tomorrow, not forever. From this moment on, gonna do all I can.
This is my favorite part.
No tyrant's heel will fit the neck of this man. Motor City Madness, hot summer night. Best keep your pickaninny's head far out of sight. This red shirt don't eat dirt, do good work, my lord. This here gun hunt blue gum, coon get some, my lord. Been fighting jungle bunnies for years and years. Baby's big blue eyes all covered with tears. Thank Dylan and Zimmerman and soon Jadu. Koreans can do the Lord's work too. Yo, I can't be a racist if I don't see color your skin. His skin, mine's just a bit duller. Everybody take a ride on the PC bus. Can't pin that jail cell noose on us. Every little conflict, y'all looking my way. People get robbed out running every day. Swapping about statues and pancake batter. Knock, knock, who's there? All lives matter. This red shirt don't eat dirt, do good work, my lord. This here gun hunt blue gum, coon get some, my lord.
All right, well, that was incredible. Thank you so much, Amelia, for playing the video for us. My name is Margit. I'm going to be moderating the conversation today. And I wanted to just start off by introducing the panelists here today. I'm going to start with Jake, who is a drummer and percussionist who has performed around the world, including as part of the Hamilton Orchestra. And Peggy, an award-winning director and cinematographer. Peggy's worked on all different kinds of projects from feature-length films to music videos. And of course, Amelia Ray. Amelia's a songwriter, a singer, a guitar player, a visionary, if you will. And she's the one who brought us all together this evening. And my name is Margit. I met Amelia years ago in Madrid and have seen her perform a bunch of times. I've gotten to introduce her on stage also a couple of times. So this feels fun and like something we've done before. And so we just wanted to talk a little bit about the process, about the music, and hear about the vision that brought this really incredible project to light. So I want to start with Jake. Jake, first of all, I think that one of the things that you first see when you see the video is the fact that it's a rooftop. And Amelia had said to me that you have worked on another rooftop project, which I saw, which Peggy directed also. Super cool. So tell me a little bit about working on rooftops and the rooftop projects in general.
Well, I mean, it's all, you know, a product of our current restrictions in terms of COVID. It's been really difficult to get together with anybody and play music and feel somewhat safe. So the rooftop seemed like the ideal location for just about any musical collaboration right now. And it's also kind of a staple of music videos is like, yeah the rooftop is always going to look good. You know, it's sort of like the the train tracks or brick road of your band promo shoot. Except it's cooler than train tracks or a brick wall. But yeah, that's kind of where the rooftop idea first came from, and then just sort of getting the various locations. Just sort of thinking about like, oh, we could do this roof or that roof, or like, what's this one going to look like? It's pretty, it's inspiring as opposed to just being, a limitation that you're forced to use.
And I imagine also just in terms of outdoor spaces, coming back to the COVID situation, is that I would imagine that it's like better to be on a rooftop than be in a park, in terms of just making sure that there's no other people around.
I mean, yes and no. That being on a roof has its own health issues. I'm not going to lie to you and say this is the safest way to make a music video. That's not really the truth. You could people fall to their death all the time. Taking a photo at the Grand Canyon or something. And
it's not true. Like people fall to their death all the time doing rooftop music videos. I was like, oh my god, I've never heard about. Is that like another thing we have to worry about? There's so much stuff.
It could be, murder hornets, rooftop music video deaths.
A lot.
The year's not over,
So
so.
let's keep together. Yeah, the year's not over yet. And so, Jake, also, I want to talk about the instrument. So we have been talking about how it is not a tambourine, it's a pandero, and I want you to tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I don't really know the true historical origins of the pandero, but it comes from Brazil, and it's more about it's like a tambourine except that the head itself is tunable, but the real difference is just how you play it. You don't just shake it and hit it against your hand and then drunkenly sing, I don't know, Brown Eyed Girl or something like that. It's more like you play it like an actual standalone drum set almost. Like you kind of dictate an entire groove with that thing as opposed to it being more of a addition to a groove. So it's really hard to play too. That was the other thing.
Okay.
I had no idea, but yeah, it's a very difficult instrument to play
Cool.
consistently.
How did you get into playing that instrument?
That was probably just one of those late nights of digging through the abyss of YouTube music
I thought
videos.
it happened in Spain.
I think you're thinking of spoons.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I did pick up spoon playing in Spain.
You picked up spoons in Spain?
I did, yeah. I think
You were
it
like,
was,
cuchara is such a beautiful word. Like, I want to play the cuchara. Like, what?
yeah.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, I use them to substitute for castanets because I can't play castanets. Those are really hard.
Oh.
I tried, I failed, but spoons kind
You
of sound like
can't play
castanets.
castanets. Yeah.
Or chapanecas.
Yeah, what's yeah.
But yeah, I
Like
think
you want to share your spoon?
Representing my instruments
Yeah.
around me.
I know. I was like, when you said the tambourine thing, I was like, I feel myself heard when someone's talking about drunkenly singing Brown Eyed Girl. Being like, I'm a musician too.
yeah, those were barbed missives.
Yeah.
I don't pull my punches with that stuff.
No, absolutely
This
not.
is a message for everybody. Don't bring a tambourine to a show unless you're in the band.
Oh, that just.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help
no.
myself. And if you're not in the band and you see a tambourine on stage, do not touch it.
No.
Don't.
No. Okay, fine. Jeez, I feel, man, this is getting a little
Oh, that's
aggressive.
right. Margaret, when you were on the show a few weeks ago, you mentioned something about a tambourine.
I remember that.
And yeah, Jake had some comments in the he was
Like, don't let her anywhere near that. She's like, I sense that. Okay,
Oh,
moving swiftly along.
yeah, let's move past this.
We haven't even gotten to the politics part yet, and things are already getting.
I mean, these are politics.
These are politics. I know you're like, don't touch the tambourine.
politics of dancing.
Yeah. And Brown Eyed Girl. Okay. Anyways. Let's talk a little bit about the message of the song. I think that that's really when we get to what we're talking about, in addition to the musicality and of course the beautiful way that this was filmed, the message is real powerful. And so Jake, I just wanted to ask you to talk a little bit about like what inspired you to want to take these concepts of working with music, working with the rooftop format and have a really strong political message.
It was, more born out of feeling helpless in and not wanting to subject myself to additional health risks in terms of showing up at protests and whatnot. And I kind of feel like at a protest your significance in participation is, I mean, it is significant, but it is only as significant as literally your presence. And that's pretty much it. And when you create some form of art or, something that could be shared, can go viral, that sort of thing, it can have such a greater significance. And so that was sort of like, I wanted to help participate in the movement and trying to, make this country try and fix so much of it. And so this is just one way that I can try and help participate in that.
That's great. And then I wanted you also to tell us a little bit about what other projects you've worked on with Amelia.
We've done a bunch of different things. I mean, at one point, she booked a tour for my band Super Venture Club out in Spain, and we got to spend 2 weeks doing that. I've also gone to Spain and recorded drums for one of her albums that has yet to be released.
Spoons, apparently. There was a
Spoons. Yeah, I think I laid
You
down
did
some
play the
spoons.
spoons.
you laid some
Yeah.
spoon tracks. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a prerequisite. If you want to hire
Uh-huh.
me, you get spoons on the album. We've done a couple fun random like mashup tunes that Amelia put together. There's probably been some other stuff. I mean, we just kind of
Yeah, you played on music for autistic people. That was the first thing.
did I?
Yeah, you played Full Blown Ascension. Didn't you play drums on that? Yes.
I'll take your word for it. I'm too old. I can't remember these things anymore.
Yeah.
I'll probably listen to it and be like, I don't know who that drummer is, but he sucks.
He sounds really good.
You
And
should
that
have hired
spoon
me.
track, that just changed everything. And the way that he played that tambourine, I just really, it like connects with me. Wonderful. Thanks so much, Jake. And now, Peggy, I want tell us a little bit about yourself. I know that you work both as a director and as a cinematographer, and tell us about what you do and what inspires you, please.
I love working with cameras. I work more as a cinematographer actually than directing, although I love doing that as well. But yeah, that's kind of my personal focus is in the work that I do. I want to use my talents to amplify marginalized voices and people of color and all that. So when this project came along, I thought perfect. Same with Jake. I just felt like there's this feeling of energy welling up inside of me that I just want to contribute to the movement in a way that I'm really applying my full self, and to create something like this. I thought was it's very fulfilling for me to be able to contribute in this way.
Well, that's wonderful. Great. And so in terms of the Hambone video, one of the things that I first was struck by when I saw the video was just the angles, the way you get in there and the way that it's framed and the way that you see what's happening kind of before you see what's happening. And so I wanted to ask you about, first of all, like, what was your vision when you started out, and then speak to how you incorporated all of those different angles in that work.
I would say the vision is something that was developed between me and Jake versus there's a lot of communication back and forth over text. Just asking Jake, how do you see this in your mind's eye? Is it a continuous shot that's flowy? Because I'm also a Steadicam operator.
I saw that. So cool. So cool.
Or is it something?
Steadicam is the one you wear, right?
Yes, that's the one I wear. Yes, but I didn't use that in this video. And I said, or is it something like short shots, cutty, and it cuts back and forth? And Jake was like, it's something like cutty, and I see it in black and white. So it's just a lot of that going back and forth with Jake, and then looking at references. I already know that the words are very significant. It's like poetry, right? In this piece. And so Jake said, I think I want to like put the words there. And I said, yeah, I think the words are really key, a major part of this piece. So it developed organically like that, just texting back and forth with Jake. In terms of angles, I was really excited about it because I guess my styles, I really like just feeling the music and letting it guide me where to go.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say there was like a rough shot list that we discussed. We need a close up. We need a wide shot. We need this, this, this. But on the day of, I think I just let the pandero and the voice to guide me where to be, and just go with the flow like that.
That's so cool.
I love doing that.
Yeah, and I mean the results obviously it's wonderful. And then just in terms of like the technical side of filming on the roof, you know, there's no lights, wind, avoiding death. Obviously, we've discussed that. What was it like
That
filming
was
on the rooftop?
I love it.
Okay.
Well, because it's just visually so cool and feels
Yeah.
so grand to just have that perspective. And then also just the challenge of getting up there is something that excites me. Oh, it's a little bit difficult to get there. And like, let's do it. I think
Like difficult. When you say difficult, like there wasn't a stairway, or like what's the no?
No, it's
Ladders.
tricky. Ladders, yes, ladders, where you have to really be careful climb
Someone
up,
has
and
to hold the
also
ladder.
hold the ladder, and then very carefully carry each piece of equipment. So to me, it's like physical meditation too. I like it. I like being. I like it when it's not too easy to get to the sweet spot.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, anything hard is better. Hold on though. So you decided that you were gonna get. Okay, so you guys decided you were gonna get all of the stuff up to a roof that didn't have a stairway. Like I imagine this was a building with like a stairway and a door.
Well, we tried to figure out the how to get there, right? But I think we were trying to not be too annoying to the house owner, and so we're like, okay, fine, let's just go in a little blindly. There were description, right, in the email. There's just stairs, blah blah blah, but we really didn't know what it would look like. But that didn't deter us from.
Okay. So then
I had
got
good training
up there.
with Jake. The first episode that we did for this rooftop series, we did at Jake's apartment building, and that was really gnarly getting up there. So I feel like I feel like I have good training now for getting rooftop access. There's just this tall ladder, and there was rope involved. And
There was rope?
A tiny, yeah. It's not easy. It's not like there's stairs and then you just walk and there's a door. There's a hole, and there's a ladder, and there's rope.
So that's why you're doing the pandero, not like a full drum set. Is that the
Now we've come to the real truth of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually funny enough, I have another music video shoot this weekend on a roof, and I have to bring the drum set. I'm so not excited to climb up a ladder with an entire drum set.
Well, you're gonna do piece by piece, right? You're not gonna like.
Yeah, but I'll do that, like that man thing where you have to carry 27 grocery bags at once. I'm that's built into our DNA.
Right.
Like,
Sorry.
Yeah.
You can do it. You got muscles.
Yeah. that's what they're there for.
But you've cut your hair, so maybe you've lost some of your Samsonite power.
This is true. I probably also lost a few pounds from it. Yeah. 2 pounds gone. Light
Well,
as a
that's
feather.
better for getting stuff up a ladder,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, thank you. And then Peggy, is there anything else you wanted to share about the video or the process?
No, I think that's it. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. And Amelia, I would
Yes.
love for us to turn to what inspired the video, what inspired your approach, and for you to just tell us kind of where the song came from and where it's going for you. So tell us, first of all, what's the inspiration here?
The inspiration was Jake saying, "Hey, let's make a video on a rooftop." And I said, "Okay, what's it going to be about?" And we didn't want to do anything about being quarantined, being cooped up. We felt he felt, I think, more strongly than I did at the time that it should be something political, something reflecting what was happening, what is happening. But in terms of the Black Lives Matter movement. And so he sent me the video that he'd done with Peggy and Jason. So I watched that video, and Jake has a tendency to cut his pant legs off. And so they're kind of frayed just below the knee. And there was a shot with him bent over with these cut off, dungarees, playing this pandero, not a tambourine. And I looked at the shot, like he was working in the fields, like, So
Yeah. Yeah.
And that image stuck with me, and I said, oh, this will be great. He can be the field hand and I'll be the overseer. And so that was the first concept. And I said, now I just got to write something.
Yeah.
So I thought about, how to express feelings of anger, and, was it going to be just an angry song? Was it going to be a sad song? Was it going to be a funny song? I had to think about our limitations, just the pandero and the voice. So I think from the field hand overseer, I went directly to this kind of, I call it this chain gang groove that the song starts off in. And I thought, okay, that's something manageable. That's easy to do with a voice and a pandero, but you can't stay there the whole time. So I remember early on, I texted Jake and I said, what if can you play all these different kinds of beats and grooves, And he's like, I don't know if I can do that. and I said, well, I'm just going to write this song anyway, like that. And he'll do it. He'll be able to do it. He doesn't know. So then I had to think of the lyrics. I had the image of the song. I had the structure where I wanted it to go musically. And then I had to think of some words. And I said, well, it's in the voice of an overseer, so it's got to be, derogatory or some kind of complaining song. And I just said, well, I'm going to, in addition to reading the news and reading, a bunch of old news, I'm going to watch movies. I watched Catherine Bigelow's Detroit, about the 1967 Detroit riots. I rewatched Rosewood, a bunch of films, and read a bunch of articles. And the thing that stuck with me was just this enormous amount of hatred that never went away, and it came from seemingly nowhere, and that was just vehement, and I don't know. So all of these emotions, and then the colorful language that's been used to describe Black people. So I said, well, okay, maybe I can do something with that. And so I had a kind of a structure, what I was going to say, a language anyway. And then I just said, well, I want to do all of these musical styles. Why not match these derogatory terms? Try to find out when they came into first usage, and match them with horrible historical events, and match that with the music that was popular at that time. So then it became a puzzle, and it was much more fun to do, because I didn't think we were going to get it done, because I spent a good 3 or 4 weeks being very depressed, as you can imagine, in the midst of all this research. But once I kind of made it a game for myself, then it was much easier to finish. There were clear rules. For the jazzy part, it had to be a certain kind of jazz for that era. For the rock and roll part, it was, very basic kind of Beach Boys melody. And so that also restricted the amount of words that I could use. So once I had the structure of the puzzle, it was much easier to put together, which is good because otherwise we might have just ended up with a Pickaninny polka or something, just repeating that, which might have been a hit, but but that's
cool.
that's how it came about. So
that's really it's interesting, and also hearing that makes the video even more powerful. I mean, you and I have talked about the video, but I didn't know that about the process that you paired the kind of words with the historical events with the music that was popular at the time. That is quite a puzzle, and it's very it's interesting because it's one of those things that once I just heard that, I was like, oh, of course, that makes so much sense now. Going back, you're like, oh, that's the progression, but that's really cool.
yeah.
And so then, did you think about it as like a puzzle or a game, or how did that?
Yeah,
Did you do like index cards on the cork board, or like what happened there?
No, I just wrote down a bunch of terms, and I tried to use ones that were specific to the United States because Australia has their own colorful bag of derogatory terms. But I tried to stick to the ones that were used in the States, and then I would write the year, around about the time they were first used.
Yeah.
And from there, finding the, some terrible event that had happened was easy, and the style of music was pretty easy. But but I liked it because it didn't seem appropriate to use a word like pickaninny when singing about Michael Brown, So it kind of it in a weird way. I mean, it's weird to say it, but I think it makes sense. It flows better that way.
No, I think it totally makes sense. And also, I mean, in all of the things that, like, Jake, what you were saying, and Peggy, what you were saying, and Amelia, the frustration that you mentioned, giving context is absolutely one of the most important things. And I think particularly in this moment that we're living now, the more context and the more history people get, the better sense of what's happening and why. And it's, to be able to do it through music that people so viscerally connect with and don't necessarily know the history of the sounds and where it comes from. I think it's really even more powerful to know that. Well, wonderful. So Amelia, another question that I wanted to ask you about is the album artwork. I know that that's been something that's been important for you. And so I wanted you to tell us a little bit about that, please.
Yes. So the title of the song, Hambone Says, comes from a comic strip, Hambone's Meditations, which was popular at which century are we in? The beginning of
the last one?
The last one.
The 20th one?
The 20th one. And the comic strip was so popular that they launched cigars and I think candy and some other stuff. So the cigar box, I'm going to try to use my mouse correctly. If I can do this. The cigar box. Oh, now I've made you the host. And you've disabled screen sharing.
Uh-oh, do you want me to?
No, I'll do it. I'll take it back.
Are you sure?
Take the power back.
The night. Or can you do it? If you can do it.
Well, no, I can't do it. And you're talking to me because
yes,
says
Margaret.
that no, it says that I don't. Oh my God. Yes, it's done.
It's done?
Yes,
I can do it?
It is done.
Thank
So
you.
it shall be
It is
written.
done.
It is done.
So shall it be written?
Done.
Okay. So this is the cigar box. One of the common logos. Yeah, 5 cents. I guess that's for. Maybe that's just for one. Maybe it's for a selection.
Is it the cigar? Is that the cigar like the little what's it called? The sticker that goes on the
wrapper.
Cigar.
Yeah, probably. But I've seen different like boxes, rectangles. I think it was also on the box. So we've got our, lovely little. I don't know. This is Paris. See, this guy Hambone gets to go to Paris. I would love to see that episode.
Going over.
I don't know. Maybe this.
And James Baldwin narrates it.
Of course. No, and Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
Hambone and Paris. And okay, so that was what I was struck by that. If I was struck with it, that would work too. Now I've got to figure out how to. Are you guys still there?
We're here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to make you see the other thing.
Are we all hiding now?
Okay. My stop share button is underneath the camera. And so I came up with this, which kind of has the similar font there.
Mhm.
And instead of Sambo or Hambone in the middle, I put my name. And then, just kind of keeping the colors, the same colors. And the lines on the top and the bottom spell out SOS in Morse code.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh,
Amelia.
yeah, that's a trivia.
That was
Trivia.
unexpected.
So if anybody that's like a
Secret detail.
$1,000 Jeopardy question there.
Amelia Ray Jeopardy that we'll do for your birthday next year. Can you do the Morse code SOS? Can you do it for us? Beep, 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 beep. Is that what it is?
It's three. I'm gonna look at it. It's 3 short, 3 long, 3 short.
Uh-huh.
Beep 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 beep.
That's great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Did you want to put a spoon beat down behind that OS?
That's the next
No.
video.
No.
That's the next video.
we need a drunk person playing a tambourine for that one.
Oh my God. Just wait 1 second. Let me see. Do you remember when? All right. Well, wonderful. So, great. Amelia, do you have anything else that you wanted to tell us about the song or the process?
I don't think so. I think if people have questions, we can toss it over to them. There's one here about cameras I saw.
Mm-hmm. What cameras you and Jake are using on your actual computers?
Yeah.
Is mine not good enough? I feel like my light is really good today.
Wait, is that an actual question?
It's an actual question. Yeah.
I'd have to go get the box. So.
I've got a Logitech. I want to say it's a 920. I think that was the product number. I don't know. Does it make me look good?
It's worth the money, Jake. Worth it.
Yeah,
Good.
I mean, I actually didn't know that we had external cameras anymore for our computers. Mine is just in the lab. Yeah, I didn't know.
That's
people
why
were
you didn't get a compliment. That's what I'm using.
Sandberg. Cool. Cool.
Who's the only one at the store?
Mm-hmm.
Mine is just the laptop, like you, Margit.
Okay. I mean, I think you look amazing. I think the light is fantastic. I feel like it's just like panning back. Wonderful.
Let me see if there are any.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the Facebook people.
Great.
Thank you all for tuning in and listening and writing very sweet things.
What's the media plan? What's the plan, Amelia, for getting this out there?
This is it. I did a press release campaign when the song came out, and I did another one this week.
Mm-hmm.
There've been a couple write-ups. We got one in Broadway World. I don't know if you saw that, Jake.
No.
I did not. No.
But I'm really at a loss.
Okay.
I mean, I just I've found a couple services, and I've paid to send out press releases, and I've done some paid promotion on Facebook and YouTube, and I've done a lot of research. But it's a bit of it doesn't fall into traditional music video marketing strategies. And I haven't had much response from, I sent it out to a bunch of historically Black colleges and universities, Black entertainment outlets. I haven't had much of a response from them. I sent to a bunch of podcasts. Nothing so far. So if anybody knows anything or knows anybody.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm also trying to get it into some exhibitions because it's also it's a performance art piece. So
Right.
there might be some opportunities for it there.
Great. Are there any questions from Facebook that you wanted to answer, Amelia?
No,
Okay.
not there aren't any. I'm not sounded like no. I don't
No,
want to answer
no.
questions.
People are just asking about tambourines and Brown Eyed Girl. They just want to know when we're going to do that show.
Well, should we show the creme de la creme?
Let's do it.
Should we do this? Okay. So yesterday or the day before, not last night, but the day before, Peggy sent a cinematographer's cut of the video in color. We had this was the one take where the sun was shining. Is that right?
Yes, take 2. I call it the magic take, where everything just was perfect, except the mic was not the nice mic, right? The visually pleasing mic. But the sun peeked out. Everybody was happy with the performance, and I was happy with the camera as well. So I'm like, oh, this could work. So it's my personal cinematographer's cut in color.
Cool.
Okay, I did get a word wrong when I sang it, so we'll see if anybody
Is it SOS in Morse code?
No.
No.
But if anybody can figure it out, I'll mail them a spoon.
Okay. Amelia Ray for 500. What is SOS in Morse code?
All right, let's see if I can pull it up here and not have my mouse in the wrong place this time. Oh, that's not it. We did that already. Oh dear, now I've got to stop. Hey, that's supposed to be yours. All right, hang on. No one said it would be easy. This isn't. Where is it, Peggy?
I emailed it to you.
I know, it's not your fault. I'm just. Hang on. I must have opened the wrong one, but I don't know how I did that.
While we're waiting, I just want to do a shout out to my first AC as well. What you don't see here, while we were filming in the rooftop down below was my first AC. His name is Luke Lasley. Hello, Luke.
Hey,
who
Luke.
is wirelessly pulling focus, keeping me sharp while we were on the roof.
Could you explain that? I have no idea what you just said.
Also, I'm holding the camera handheld.
Okay.
And there is a motor, a wireless motor that controls the focus. So I could just focus on framing and moving around while somebody else is untethered from me, wirelessly is keeping me sharp.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That is a lot of technology. Like that's even more than using that rope to get up on the rooftop. That's incredible. I had no idea. That was great.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
We are ready.
Let's do it. Oh, wow. Oh, that looks great. That is a matching take, Peggy. That is beautiful.
This red shirt don't eat dirt, do good work, my lord. This here gun hunt blue gum, coon get some, my lord. Up jump the jigaboo, dancing round, singing, I'm gonna lay my burden down. Powder burn this cake soon will blow, and they'll all find justice in the down below. The good book says we are the golden race. If it weren't so, we wouldn't have his face. Some Spade and Sumner didn't know his place. To protect what's ours, put the boys on the case. This red shirt don't eat dirt, do good work, my Lord. Ain't no spook I see ever gonna be clever. Not now, not tomorrow, not forever. From this moment on, gonna do all I can. No tyrant's heel will fit the neck of this man. Motor City Madness, hot summer night. Best keep your pick in his head, far out of sight. This red shirt don't eat dirt, do good work, my Lord. This here gun hunt blue gum, coon get some, my Lord. Been fighting jungle bunnies for years and years. Baby's big blue eyes all covered with tears. Thank Dylan and Zimmerman and soon Jadu. Koreans can do the Lord's work too. Yo, I can't be a racist if I don't see color your skin. His skin, mine's just a bit duller. Everybody take a ride on the PC bus. Can't pin that jail cell noose on us. Every little conflict, y'all looking my way. People get robbed out running every day. Swapping about statues and pancake batter. Knock, knock, who's there? All lives matter. This red shirt don't eat dirt, do good work, my Lord. This here gun hunt blue gum, coon get some, my Lord.
Yay.
Yay. Wow.
I love that. Oh. Can this reach the media for exposure? Oh, that's the question you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I love that. I love the sun version. Even with the other mic, and I like it because you really get to see Jake getting down back there.
Yeah. Your socks are red. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh yeah, I know. I forgot about that too. And the color of the scarf.
Yeah, it was like a pink thing. Come on.
Yeah. It was gonna be black and white. I knew that. Well, everybody tell us where people can find you. Margit, why don't you start? Because you've been you volunteered your time here to help us out, and tell people where they can find the wonderful Margit Sperling in Madrid.
Yeah. So in the before times, as I think we're now calling them, I run a food tour company in Madrid. So if we're ever allowed to travel again, or Americans are allowed to come back to Spain at some point, who knows what's going to happen, you should let me know. I am on Instagram at Walk and Eat Spain, i.e. the two best things to do, walk and eat. So you can find me at Walk and Eat Spain. And I'm trying to keep the Spain coming, even though folks can't come and visit. But that's what I do. And, hopefully things will come back and you guys can come see us in Spain, play spoons, hang out. Peggy, we're waiting for you,
Tapas.
Yeah, all the tapas, all the tapas.
Cervezas in the morning.
Oh yeah. Oh, morning cervezas. The best. So that's me. Peggy, what about you?
Oh, Peggy, that's me. PeggyPeralta.com. I'm also on Instagram. Steady Peggy Rice Belly is my handle.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm just here, San Francisco. I'm neighbors with Jake, so we get to collaborate a lot. Actually, I'm filming the third rooftop video tomorrow.
Great.
At the roof of his studio. So a few blocks from here. So I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Great to see that. Good.
Y'all can find me at jakewood.net. I don't own the .com. Never. I wasn't quick enough for the .com. Somebody else owns it. My arch nemesis.
Uh-oh. JakeWood.com.
Yeah.
Does he make furniture, or what does JakeWood.com do?
He makes my life a living hell. That's what he does. I don't know.
I feel like
Honestly, I haven't checked the website since like 19 or maybe 2001 or something. So I don't know. Maybe it's there's a famous actor.
It may be listed for sale.
Yeah, I don't pay squatters. I got no respect, no money for squatters.
Oh.
Anyways.
All right. And I'm at ameliaray.net
uh-huh.
and also on Patreon, patreon.com/Amelia Ray. Have some patrons here listening. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your support. And keep the word out there. And let's keep our fingers crossed for the next few years.
Do this, everyone. Putting it out there. Amelia, thank you so much. It was really wonderful to get to hear about the song. Peggy, it was great to hear about the process. Jake, all of the information about the music was wonderful and the vision. It's been a pleasure to get to hear more about this incredible video. And I do hope that we're able to get it more out there and sending all the good stuff for what's coming next. Take care, everyone.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.